Hello and bonjour everybody, it's Optics here and we are now back with not a playthrough or a fan game playthrough. It's just me talking about me going through what the hell is Pokemon doing so far in the 30th anniversary. Like, the Super Bowl event was a freaking joke. I was expecting like kind of like a hint of a little bit of a sprinkles of what can we expect in Pokemon 30th anniversary, which will have which will happen on Pokemon Day on 27th, which will be like in 3 days span. And so far they haven't done anything of like any special promotions. Yes, they do sell so many things in Japan, but not in Europe and not in US. I don't see anything like that. And I think I have to discuss what are they trying to do in other platforms, and I wanted to discuss my thoughts on it, and also what are your thoughts on it. Like, is Pokemon doing a really good job on the marketing side on the 30th anniversary so far? I see so far for the 30th anniversary, especially from the Super Bowl commercial, like what the hell is that? Like many popular celebrities are telling like what's their favorite Pokemons. Yes, I get it. They are famous celebrities, give you more clickbaits, give you more attention, but we don't care. Like, Pokemon fans do we care about these person's favorite Pokemon? Like, oh, Yamal likes Zygarde. I mean, I do love Zygarde, but he does also love Zygarde like myself. What's so special about that? Why not just blabbering around all of this shenanigans that I talk about only about Super Bowl? Why not just hop on into so far what they did right after the Super Bowl commercial? Yep. Let's go. From Feb 9th, which is the day where the Super Bowl commercial got released, and after that they might have started the promotional material maybe in the process of after Feb 9th, but during the days after that they didn't even do anything. I mainly choose X because that's the one platform they are most active on, and after this nothing came. Even after Valentine's, nothing came after that. The only things they were mostly active on, even on YouTube, is just Pokemon TCG. After that, Pokemon Masters X, TCG Pocket also updated on with the Podium Pockets, which I think I haven't updated it in my phone. I have to look into it. And the major announcement after this was huge. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green confirmed from Nintendo Switch. This exclusive announcement, I was expecting kind of like this maybe announced on a Pokemon day after the Super Bowl event. Nothing was there, but on Feb 20th, literally 7 days before, 1 week before, they announced Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Nintendo Switch exclusive is going to drop on Feb 27th. So this is very huge because the first time they touched on GBA games in Nintendo Switch games for Pokemon exclusively. So this is a really huge milestone for Switch players, because most of the players like new fans who started playing on maybe on 3DS or Nintendo Switch eras, like after Sword and Shield, which many of the Pokemon fans I think so. And this might be their first ever experience of what is the best experience of what you play in GBA games. Probably not the same feeling what you that we did back in 2008, 2007, those kind of eras with you having the GBAs. But let's hope for the best. If it's the same feeling you get, the new fans, let's hope for the best. And if we go inside the website of Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green, we see nothing exclusively there. They just say like, no, we can go to the eShop just to buy the game very early, like 7 days before. 7 days before the Pokemon Day comes. And currently, I'm into Nintendo's French website. I'm not using the English one because for some reason my US based. If I try to log into Nintendo's US based website, it's loading very slow for some reason. So I'm on in Nintendo French website. As you can see, the console is actually really cheap, by the way. I thought it might be around like $30, like most of the Switch games would be, but turns out it was only like $20 cheaper. Yes, a little bit cheap. And if you go into the pre-order section of what Nintendo tells you, using an unauthorized device or software that enables technical modifications to Nintendo console, or software could render the software user. Technically, they're saying like you should not hack it. Release date is on 27th Feb, but for pre-orders, payment will be automatically processed 7 days before the release date. So anybody who purchased the game right now, technically you kind of purchased it like 7 days before, like Pokemon Day, and you might expect some kind of like a leaks or some kind of a playthroughs like 7 days before the Pokemon Day comes. But that might be too much of a stretch, and for the pre-orders placed less than 7 days before the release date, payment will process immediately. Warning: for some people, to use this game requires special precautions which are detailed in the attached instructions, which is thus Nintendo saying like saying the game blah 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 multiplayers of the using the in the game. Finally, you can play multiplayer games in Fire and Leaf Green after like 20 years. And after this, if you go into their Japanese website, where you can look into Japanese version of Nintendo Switch 2 advertisement they did, you can actually see the deluxe version exclusively releasing on Japanese side. As you can see, if you order the deluxe edition, which is like a 19,800 yen, which is like around like $1,000, I think so. Not $1,000. It might be like it might be around like 190 USDs or 200 USDs, I think so. You can actually purchase some of these holographic Pokeball with the starters inside, which actually looks very very sick, to be honest. And if you go to the Pokemon Center online site, it actually looks pretty good. And I suspect many people want to purchase this because this might be a really really good collection if you want to put it in the desk of your gaming setup. I'm not trying to buy it because I'm still attending a university. I'm trying to find a job. Maybe in the future, if I want a good setup, I might try to put this in the back. Other than this, there's nothing to be new about Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green. And speaking about purchasing the pre-order, remember what I said, like many people would have pre-ordered the game and might have gotten the game very very early, like 7 days before. I think we got a leak, because I looked into this post posted by Central Leaks, and seeing at this post, we could see some guy in Italian got the Fire and Leaf Green very very early. And this guy says that the fun fact of the today is that I saw an Italian user playing on Switch 2, the legit version of Leaf Green, because he got the codes via mail after the pre-order. So many people got the code to play the game. Weird, to be honest. And we do actually see a little bit of a screenshot saying, I think this is a screenshot from his Facebook account. And we do see a little bit of a video, and at first thought it might be a little bit of a fake, but it might be real, because the pixel ratio on the side, as you can see, it might be a little bit around like a little bit of smaller version of 16:9 on Nintendo Switch, and it kind of fits the screen, and you can't easily fake that, to be honest. And as you can see, the game looks pretty good for the Switch version of the screen, because the resolution of the Game Boy Advance of the Fire and Leaf Green is actually really small compared to this, and the resolution and the pixels ratios actually looks pretty good. I don't know if this leak might be fake or real. Some people say this is fake, some people say this is real, but this is from Central Leaks, by the way. Some of the things that he said about Gen 10 leaks, some of them seems very, very believable, and this guy also leaked the freaking Legend ZS Mega as well, so most of them are real. So this might be even real as well. And after that, they only just started to mess with the Twitter account by just posting the updates on the Pokemon anime, which, by the way, good, very very good so far. And after that, they started to talk about the streaming core policy like they always do. But I don't understand, usually they post these kind of things on their community post on YouTube as well, but for some reason they didn't. They might have posted it later, I didn't see that. I might have didn't see that, but after that, they posted the Pokemon Presents day and timing. So February 27th expected, and the same timing 6 a.m. PST. So joining on for 30th celebration of Pokemon as well. And if we go to the time base for world clock, if some of the people who don't know what PST is, which is Pacific Standard Time, which is the US based time base, and if we go into the world clock time, if we go to 6 a.m. PST and we go to the other timelines, which is Paris time, which is Europe based Paris, which is I live right now, it should be around like 3 p.m. and EST is like the Asian side, which is around like 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. GMT is for like the British, the Portugal, the Spain, Spanish kind of sides. It will be around like 2 p.m. and 2:30 p.m., which is like a 1 hour before. It's like a 1 hour before me. And this is India, the Indian Standard Time for some people who live there, who watches the video right now. For those people, it will be around like 7:30 to 8 p.m. So we will be ready, because I talked about every single time whenever I post a new video, like me will do stream on Pokemon Twister's 30th anniversary, like many people do. I also do as well, so I just want to make sure that. And right after this blog post, Pokemon just started to post more on the day counts, which actually, the animation wise, the production on this is actually really good. Like on Feb 20th, they started to post these kind of montage videos of every single generation they posted. Like for example, we see Yamper at the background, with Pommard. As you can see, the trainer asked her to go inside this box. And after that, they present the logo for number 7, like 7 days later, 7 days to go for 30th anniversary, which actually shows the Scarlet and Violet, the logo's colors, and shifts to Sword and Shield, because they showed the Gen 8 and Gen 9 Pokemons within the same frame, which they transition to Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, which is actually really cool. I'm gonna say these kind of advertisements work for small people, little kids, but for us viewers, we'll be okay. You're doing something really cool, but it might be even more cooler if you do something like a more of a real-time based advertisements in Europe, because I don't see anything Europe. Because the last time that I encountered like that in Pokemon is Pokemon Legends CA's release announcement date, which at the time I was in Paris, and I saw some people cosplay as Pokemon, and they told me like Pokemon Legends CA is coming. Well, I just pre-ordered it. They sent me like blah 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 to do that. I kind of expected like that. But so far nothing is happening. We also see Rowlet video as well, and we see Rowlet is a Gen 7 Pokemon, and we do see the logos for Gen 6 and we do see the coloration for Sun and Moon. And I'm kind of shocked, like they didn't include Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon like they did for Scarlet and Violet, because Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is kind of like the the alternate versions, the alternate same version of stories they did for Gen 7. I kind of expected that, but yeah, it's okay. Sun and Moon is the same things. And after that, we do see the same thing for Sylveon, which is the Gen 6 Pokemon. We do see X and Y logo, and after that, we do see the latest one so far. They haven't posted while I'm posting this video, they haven't posted the 3 days to go montage advertisement they did for so far. They might be posting it right after I post this video. But for the 4th day, they post a video with the Lipod, as you can see, with Lipod is trying to be more sassy because sassy Pokemon. And we do see a transition of 4 days to go with black and white transparency image, because black and white logos has this transparency around their borders. And after this, they started to post a latest post, which is 2004 Pokemon, 1995 2004 Nintendo. Many people don't even know what is this. Like, seriously, you don't even know what is this? It's actually Fire Red and Leaf Green's opening game. Like, if you open the game, you could see the opening credits, like the creators of who made this game. You could see this this thing. And if we want to shift to the next discussion, which is Pokemon Pokopia. Many people don't even want to talk about Pokopia. Seriously? I kinda guess that this spin-off game might be the most biggest spin-off game that Pokemon has ever created so far. Like, you could say Mystery Dungeon Pokemon games is actually really big so far as per the fan base so far. But I think Pokopia is really successful on the fan base. If they get the heart of the fan base with this game, we might bump into some kind of a sequels for Pokemon Pokopia. Like, this game is takes places in the the far future of a dystopian version of a Kanto region. And if this game's really get a major success, we might expect a Pokopia Hoenn version, Sinnoh version, blah 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 to the next versions in the dystopian future. But they have to make sure it's more different compared to the other games. And we are now in Pokemon Pokopia's Nintendo's US store. As you can see, it is $70, by the way. That's why many people hate this. It's exclusively $70. Maybe many people would have accepted this game as a $40 game because, I mean, they expected kind of like a huge like a graphical difference, because many open world games they want to see like a Legend Zelda kind of game for a spin-off game. Seriously? And this project game was started in 2022, like in the pandemic era. They started this project like during that time, and the art style is very comical. That's the thing they want to go. Like, many people hate this. I would say they're going in a direction that appeals to not just only to kids, but the fan base who is relying on soft side of the Pokemon games. Like, many people say like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, yes, it's a very very good game for kids to play, but there are some matured storylines that go inside a little bit, like saving the dog with Arvin, the professor dying. Yes, there are some things like that, but this game doesn't want to explore that. They want to go with the soft side of the Pokemon, like building bonds with their Pokemon more. And if that game does that, it might be really good. And this is the same game and I don't think I don't want to talk about any of this, because it's the same thing like all the surviving simulator games. You're very build or make friends, and it's the same things. And if you go to the Nintendo's official X account, I'm looking into the Europe version. They also say that if you want to play together with online and via location wireless, look forward to spending some quality time and friends, which sounds good. And as you can see, we do see so many people coming to the same area, and we do see many mini games as well, which is actually, other than building, we do see we did see a Bulbasaur, playing with all the multiplayer the other players. We might be seeing like a multiplayer aspect of playing games inside the mini games as well. That might be really exciting. And if you look into Central League's tweet about Shigeru Omori, the senior director of the Game Freaks, and also Pokopia, and for the next generation games as well. Yes, and 10 years ago, which might be around like 2014 was the last time, and I think Junichi Masuda was involved on the directing of Pokemon games. And right after that, Omori took part into the directing of the Pokemon games, and he says that this is one of his favorite projects, and this is actually his dream project. Plus, this guy is actually really really great on promotional, because you see, normally Game Freaks don't even try to promote like these. Like, for example, this Beast of Incarnation, the Game Freak game they are making on, besides on Pokemon. This game was starting. This game's production was I think started in very very early. And when I saw the trailer for it, many people were like, so this is where the budget for Pokemon games go from there to this. Many people were angry about it, and I have to say, this game kind of reminds me like where the wind meets where the honestly this kind of game you kind of expect like come from Game Freak, because this game was in the making of 5 years, and within 5 years developer you could expect this. And Pokemon games only has the time of making around like 2 to 3 years, and within the 2 to 3 years they have to look for the patching the game, they have to beta test the game, which goes for around like 1 year. So they don't have much time to make games each and every single year. Yeah. Alright, now we are at the end of the video. Many people thought like, okay, there's nothing to talk about Pokemon 30th anniversary, but I thought of maybe making this video that might be really more interesting, because we are now going to talk about Pokemon fan games, because Pokemon fan games actually might be really good for the next 2 years, because we are now going to talk about Pokemon fan games, especially Spanish community, Pokemon Reminiscence, Pokemon Relict, Pokemon Indigo, and other than Pokemon Indigo, there are so many Pokemon Z. There are so many games that are well praised by the fans, all made by Spanish creators. And recently, like 1 day ago, they had a freaking fans direct, like EV Expo does. I have to say, most of the projects that I see looks promising, and others looks pretty astonishing. Let me just show you what are the Pokemon fans I'm really excited about. The main parts of the game, as you can see, the first beta, I think this is the beta game, like Pokemon Español. So sorry guys for any of the Spanish viewers who are watching this, watching the video right now. I'm just trying to be more colloquial with me talking. This is me with no script. Like I don't have any script of me talking about this. I'm just looking into the video and talking about my opinions. And so far, Spanish creators, you are the freaking goats of making Pokemon fan games. This looks pretty good. And this Pokemon fan game Español is actually releasing on beta 1 on March 2026. Looks pretty good. And we are on the verge of Pokemon Revival, because this fan game, I think I was really excited when they posted Chapter 2 announcement. I randomly saw this as a blog post around somewhere in X. And I was really blown by the the whole announcement poster that they did for this, which looks pretty cool. When I delved into this actually looks like a very good passion project, and the teaser actually looks pretty good. As you can see, we see so many trainers battling, and some new characters and some old characters that we know, and this looks like the fan game that many people will love. And as you can see, this game also available in English. So right now Chapter 3 is available, I think so, for this game, which you can try to play from Chapter 1 to Chapter 3. There might be so many chapters like Pokemon Reborns. I think this is Pokemon. I think that might be they might be taking a path of posting chapter wise for each and every single updates, which actually will be pretty great. And right now Chapter 1 and 3 is available both Spanish and English. And the other fan game that I'm really excited about is Pokemon Abysmal. Pokemon Abysmal, I don't even know who the creator is. I just only saw the teaser in the fan game direct, and I was looking into it. Okay, this looks pretty good. Kind of looks like a really cool a fan game with the distinct sprites. And once I saw the freaking Mario cannon, like I was like, is this like a freaking crossbreed between Mario World X with Pokemon? Because what is happening? I was like freaking like, oh my god, this is one of the coolest amalgamations, Mario X Mario X Pokemon. But once I saw the end of the teaser, which I can show you in the screen right now, look at this. It's going to release on 27th, right on the Pokemon Day, and part 1 is releasing, which is the first part. There is actually 2 versions, classical version and multiversal version. So classical version is just you playing with only Pokemons, and multiversal version is you play with Mario characters. This is actually really exciting for me because there's actually 2 versions you can play, which actually looks very good. And if I go into their X account, by the way, all these links that I show you in the video right now, be sure to go and support them because these guys are really passionate on what are the projects they do. So please go support them. And if you go back to the video that I'm going to talk about, what are the next fan games that are really good into, right after Pokemon Abysmal, there was a huge update on Pokemon Z. Pokemon Z is actually one of my favorite fan games of the last year because last year I played Pokemon Z, I was jaw dropped because of the visuals of the story. If you don't know, the story takes place, it's like a freaking Legends version of Kalos Legion. And this is what you need for a freaking Legends game that takes place in old Kalos Legion. Really good story, really great characters. My favorite character is actually the one with the pink hair. I don't know what her name is. Yes, there are so many characters that you would really love. Plus, the story is actually really good. I don't want to spoil anything. I just want you guys to experience for yourself. But the unfortunate news is the game is only available in Spanish because the game at first initially released there was English and Spanish, and I think the version was like 1.21. That version had like both English and Spanish versions, which is actually really good. But after that, when Pokemon Z this announcement got posted, I thought like, okay, both English and Spanish are gonna come back. Alright, really good. I'm gonna play it. I will play it in my off time. But turns out Spanish, only Spanish is available for the next update. So I think we have to wait for like 2 weeks for the translation for the English version. But we will wait because the more we wait, the more good the product will come. So let's hope for the best for Pokemon Z's English translation, and let's hope for the best. It will come soon. And other than this, the Pokemon presence goes very soon, and some of the projects looks very good. Especially some of them are really good because these are still in the beta versions. So this might take a while for them to complete the whole game, but we still have we as content creators, we have to support them by just talking about their fan games. And while I was going through all of the games they talk about, the last fan game really jaw dropped me, and I was marking myself because if you don't know, Pokemon Reminiscence and Pokemon Relic game devs actually announced their next project, and as you can see, we see Faba with Ultra Megapolis, like Sun and Moon with Poipolar Bank. I was like, okay, the animation looks kind of like the days worked on Pokemon Relic, and once I saw Fion Games, oh my god! Next Pokemon fan game, best fan game of the year, Pokemon Nova. All right, this whole thing is actually in Spanish. Let me just go into their website. Let me just go into the X because that's where they will post their really updated on the English version. The English version is actually right over here. I'm going to show you. In a city covered in darkness. I thought, alright, this is going to be very huge. And once I saw the Faba, oh my god. The brat who cares about eating life, and the other one is just completely ignores me. This actually mocked me inside and out because Reminiscence and Relic is one of the fan games that I go back and forth to play again and again because those games has the really good replayability, and this actually really amazed me because this fan game is like an open world disc. The trainer says that this is like an open world disc, and we join into the Ultra Recon squad, which we see in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. We see the Ultra Recon squad from Ultra Megapolis, and Pokemon didn't explore beyond that. because Gen 7 is like a one-handed, and they didn't even talk about even in the anime as well. And we do see me our main protagonist Johnny in the Outer Recon squad, and we do some missions, I think, which actually looks very good. And this spot I freaking marked out. We're right on our freaking Lunara and Solcario, and look at this. We have a freaking mini game where you can travel through dimensions with. We can travel to hop to dimensions, and we can travel through everywhere. Traverse through every single dimensions. It's actually freaking. I'm freaking. This might not be a freaking fan game. It might be the fan. This is a freaking RuneScape kind of game, I think so, because it kind of looks like that. And other than this, they also talk about a full-on adventure puzzles, and we do see Zerkatry and Katana Celestila's areas, and we do see Necrozma's area and some new characters and old characters in this fan games as well, which I'm really excited. And Pokemon Nova there's no set release date for this, and we kind of expect that because this kind of a huge project will take a lot of time. It might even take like 1 year, because this team, they work on this day for Fion Games actually really active, and I'm really excited to see the fan game very soon. Alright, seems like those are the things that I can talk about, because I have a freaking board right over here that I wrote every single thing about what are the things that I want to talk about. And beyond this, do I want to talk about anything about Pokemon 30th anniversary that what I'm going to expect on Pokemon Day? Just plain and simple, I will say this: we will expect PokePS update, like what we're going to expect on PokePS multiplayer, as the mini games. We can think about that. And Pokemon Presents 30th anniversary, like they will say like, okay, 30th anniversary has came, and there will be so many executives in the Game Freak department. They will talk about like, okay, this is a huge community that we built in, and they talk about the legacy they built with Pokemon, blah blah blah, something like that. And after that, they will talk about building communities with every single fan base across the board, exploring the borders, plus Pokemon Park as well, because they talked about it in Pokemon Presents in the announcement of Legend ZA. They talked about Pokemon Park. They're building in Japan. And after that, we will expect Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green updates and pre-orders sales. They might be talk about that. And last but not least, Gen 10 release. Absolutely, they will talk about Gen 10, because come on, 30th anniversary 2026, there hasn't been no new Pokemon mainline series games other than Legend ZA. We will expect Gen 10. Alright, I think those are things that I will expect on Pokemon Day, Pokemon Presents. But what are the other things that you will expect that in Pokemon Presents? Be sure to post it in the comments. And what are your things and what is your thoughts of the Pokemon advertisements that they do so far for the Pokemon 30th anniversary? Is it good? Is it meh? Is it actually really bad? I say it's kind of in the middle. I see you guys on Pokemon Presents, the live stream. Be sure to come, and we will discuss on the bigger list that I will create on the same day. And let's see how Gen 10 looks. I hope it's gonna be I hope it's not gonna be kind of like a beta version of Scotch and White.